I didn't have a job, I didn't have any income, the band didn't give me any money.
Yeah, next year's sort of Opeth 20th anniversary year. Does it have any meaning that you, for the largest part, contributed to that as the long-lasting member now in Opeth, that you made it 20 years? Did you ever?
Yeah, means I'm fucking old.
No, maybe
really.
you started young, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it's, it doesn't feel like 20 years, But it's 20 years since I started playing with the band. Late 1990 I started, I think. And it's next year 16 years since the first album, it's what happened, time flies, as they say.
Yeah, is it for you one big sort of rush when you look back at these all these years? Is it like, or is there certain areas within the period that you can divide from each other?
It's a little bit of a blur, and because I'm such a music freak, I kind of compare our careers to other bands' career, like celebrating 20 years, and they could do like video footage of like pictures flowing by from during all the years, and it's just like really cool and everything. But I don't like our career. It's just like, it doesn't feel like we have anything to look back on, if you know what I mean. Even though we've done shitloads, but it doesn't feel cool.
Maybe in 10 years, added to it.
I think to like outside people, to like fans, they probably think it's amazing that we've done this for 20 years, and what like the albums we put out, and the people that's been in the band, and the shows we've done and stuff, But for me, it's like it doesn't feel like 20 years, and my memories are very blurred, and I don't get like nostalgic when I see old pictures, if you know what I mean.
No.
But now we're there, I guess.
But is it for you? Is there a point maybe that you experience as a struggle, or has it never been? Is it always been like?
No, I think there's been more struggling than good times with this band. Basically, the first 10 years was like a big struggle, or more than 10 years. It was. We did some albums and like a little bit of tour. I wouldn't even say touring. We never really toured much in the past, and it was uneventful in many ways. We're just waiting for a break, and for the first 10 years we never got one, really. The albums didn't really sell, but people, the ones who got them, liked them. But it was only after Blackwater Park something started happening, like we had a career.
But in these first 10 years, did you ever consider maybe, well, if not in the next 2 years nothing special happens, I will call it a day, or never?
No, never. Too stubborn. I'm not afraid of poverty.
Have you experienced poverty?
It depends on who you compare it to, but for the lifestyle you live in Sweden is, I didn't have any money, but I still kind of gathered not enough money to go out and have a beer in the weekends, if you know what I mean. But I was just a slacker, I guess. I didn't have a job, I didn't have any income, the band didn't give me any money, so I borrowed money, I guess, from my mother.
How is that now? Your parents have always supported you throughout this, or you have now still debts that you have to pay them off?
No, I probably do, but I don't think they're going to claim it back. My mother, she always supported me financially. Yeah, my father moved up north, so he didn't really support me financially, I guess. But when I got my first apartment, it was like a rent of, say, 230 euros a month, which was pretty much for me because I didn't have anything. So I guess, I can't remember, but I must have borrowed money from her because I wasn't a criminal. I didn't like rob banks and shit. I borrowed from her, and the food situation for me was never a problem because I could buy. There was like a little grocery store underneath my apartment which sold canned meat for €1. Like.
So with that you could live for one day.
Yeah, and I had water, and coffee, and maybe I bought like a small pack of cigarettes. and really didn't spend, you know, like I paid the bills, you know. I didn't even have a phone for like the first year, I think.